Well, good morning and welcome to this exciting edition of Retire to Life. I'm Kyle and I'm thrilled that you came along with me today. Today is the first day of the work week, but I'm not going to work. I did start off the day like I did every other work day, where I'd get up in the morning and take the dog for a walk, go for a run, and then come back and play the banjo. So I'm going to stay in that habit as I retire so I don't slip into the temptation of sleeping in and just being slothful in the morning. But today's a big day. I've got an exciting adventure that I have been working and thinking about for a long time. And so I'm going to tell you all about that. But before I tell you about it, I want to introduce you to my co-pilot, my chief navigator, my wife, and my best friend. This is Karen. And we are thrilled to be starting out on this adventure. We are sitting in our driveway. The car is loaded. And we are going to go on an adventure. We're going to be gone for 4 days. But this is something that I thought about a long time ago. And so today, we don't know where we're going, but we will in a few minutes. I'm going to show you what we've created here. Many years ago, I had an idea that I thought sounded like a lot of fun. And today, with our first day of retirement, we're going to do it. We've created this spinner. And what we're going to do here in a couple of minutes, we're going to spin it. Whatever direction it lands on, that's the direction we're headed. Right now, we have no idea where we're going. So what we've decided to do, we'll spin this, and whatever direction it goes, we will head that way for a while. We're here in Salt Lake City, Utah, and we've got crossroads of interstates here. We've got I-15 that goes north and south, and we've got I-80 that goes east and west. What we'll do is go north on I-15 or south on I-15 or east or west on I-80, depending on the direction that we are told to go by our Roadtrip Roulette spinner here. I'm going to have Karen spin the spinner here. So, no, you spin the spinner. And whatever direction it goes, that's where we are headed. We're ready. We're going south, which is probably not a bad deal because it's kind of a rainy day today. It's a little cool, a lot cooler than it would normally be. But gang, we are going south. So hop in, bring a change of clothes, bring your sense of adventure, and come along. This will be fun. So we're pulling out of our driveway. We'll be back at the end of this week. We'll be gone for 4 days and have no idea where we're going, but we'll certainly keep you apprised of the adventures and the activities that we're going to take place in as we do this. So this is fun. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, and there's a whole lot of different variations you could add to it. You could flip it every day and go a different direction. You could go a direction for a number of days or whatever, but this is something that we hope to be able to do a lot of times during retirement. This is fun. This is what gives life its adventure. Not everybody can do things like this and without a lot of stress. You got to be a good sport, and that's one thing about Karen. She is a good sport. There are people that would say, there's no way I'm going to do that, but we loaded the car. We brought all kinds of stuff with us. We may need it, we may not, but if we've got it, we may use it. But this is going to be fun. So thanks for coming along. Hop in the back and be sure to put your seatbelt on. Okay, there's our choices, south or north. We're going south. So we're pretty much south of the Salt Lake Valley area now. We've been on the freeway for maybe 45 minutes, and Karen's been studying the different options that we have available. And that's the nice thing about it. That truly doesn't matter. Wherever we go, it's going to be an adventure. Well, we've decided to get off the interstate here and head east up over Soldier Summit toward the town of Price. So the kids gave us this really cool little travel snack box the other day when we were all together. Put a lot of variety of things in there. My favorite treats: Fig Newtons, Three Musketeers, licorice, almonds, dots, chips, you name it. That's some of my favorite stuff. Anyway, we've been on the road now for an hour and 15 minutes or so. We're going to pop this baby open and start eating some of it. Well, this is our first potty break of the trip. We're little over 2 hours into it. Yeah, 2 hours and 15 minutes. Just been a beautiful drive. Coming up over the Soldier Summit with the snow there and the pines and everything really makes for a beautiful trip. We're just outside of, we're actually in the town of Huntington, Utah right now. Well, this is more like it. We're dirt road kind of people. We're going to take a little diversion here and head into the San Rafael Swell. Some beautiful overlooks, and just work our way around here. See some things that we've never seen before. Heading toward the Wedge, which is the Little Grand Canyon. This is called the Little Grand Canyon. It's a 1,200-foot drop down to the San Rafael River, and this is part of the San Rafael Swell. Can't get your tongue when we're talking about what I need. We picked the right day to come. We had the place absolutely all to ourselves. It was awesome. Well, it has been a long day, but it's been a beautiful day. We're going to head back into the town of Green River on our way in, looking at some of the sites along the Green River, and hoping we can find a place to get some Mexican food. That's our go-to place. So let's see if we can find some dinner. Well, we're kind of picky with our Mexican food, so the Mexican place here was a taco truck, and typically they have street tacos, which they're okay, but they're not what we would prefer. So we ended up coming to Ray's Tavern. We've been here before. They have a great burger, massive half-pound burger, so we split that and got an apple pie a la mode. Pretty darn good. Now we're going to go back and call it a day. Thanks for coming along today. Day 2 coming up. Well, good morning, gang, and welcome to day 2 of our grand adventure. We spent the night in Green River, Utah. We were pretty spent after a full day yesterday and all the excitement building up to it. So this is a lot of fun. Karen's got plans for us today, and so I am going to turn the camera over and let Karen explain to us where we're headed today.
Okay, so we are right now in Green River, and we're going to go down Highway I-70 to 191 toward Moab. We're going to cut off right here and head into Canyonlands National Park, and then we're going to circle around. It's called Schaefer Trail, which is kind of sketchy, so wish us luck. And then we're going to come back out and around to Moab. So that's our first adventure. And then after that, we are going to go from Moab along the Colorado River up to I-70 and then back down and head down I-70.
So that sounds like a ton of fun. It's going to be a fun-filled day, a lot of adventure, a lot of sites that we haven't seen before, a lot of back roads, a lot of dirt roads. It's right up our alley. Like I mentioned earlier, Karen's a master when it comes to navigating and just figuring things out. We don't ever waste time, and we see things that we've never seen before. That's what this trip's all about. Well, what a beautiful morning to be heading out. This is going to be awesome. And as the 70s musician Lobo said, another tank of gas and back on the road again. Well, we're headed into Canyonlands National Park in southeastern Utah. This is an incredible landscape of canyons and mesas and buttes that have been carved over centuries by the Colorado and Green Rivers. I've been here, but it's been a long time, and we're going to see some fun things today. Well, this, my friends, is a red letter day. It costs $30 to get into this park, which is probably a good deal, I get, but today, because of where we're at in life, we were able to purchase a lifetime, it's called the America the Beautiful Senior Lifetime Pass. So for $80, we get this senior lifetime, and that's going to be a long time for us. America the Beautiful National Park Pass. We show this in our ID in the national parks, and we're in. So instead of $30 for this one trip, we got $80, and we can go in whenever we want. So this will be fun. Well, we're in, baby. Looking down into the canyon that we're going to be driving down here in a few minutes. And it's just a picture-perfect day. This is where we're headed. So be sure to buckle up. Keep your arms and legs inside and have fun. So we're just a few miles in on this Schaefer Trail, and the road so far is definitely passable. I don't know that I'd take my sedan down it. Right now it's bumpy, it'll take us a while, but it's gonna be beautiful. Didn't you say it's about 45 miles, Karen?
Yeah.
About 45 miles total, but pretty spectacular views here where you can see down into these canyons, these deep canyons, beautiful red rocks. And then off to the east, we've got the La Salle Mountains. They're probably, I'd imagine, 9, 10, 11,000 feet in elevation at some of those peaks. That you can see the snow way up there that would have fallen yesterday with the storm front that we had come through here. But beautiful, beautiful drive. That was awesome. We will definitely be coming back here again. Right now we've got a lot of daytime left, so we're going to head over to Goblin Valley State Park. So Utah has some amazing topography. I mean, here we are just a few miles from cliffs and things like that. You get down here in this little pocket here in Goblin Valley, and you walk among all these cool little formations. Again, they're called hoodoos. And I don't know of any other place in the state where there are this many of them, but pretty cool. We're going to walk around through there. So wandering down here through the hoodoos, you can see these formations. Pretty amazing. I mean, sandstone formations, but with years of wind and water erosion, just make for an incredibly cool landscape and scenery. It's a lot of fun. Well, gang, it's been a long day. We're pretty tired. It's about 7:51, give or take. We're in the town of Bicknell, Utah, which is down in the southeast part of the state. Just some absolutely gorgeous country down here. We were hoping to get a decent meal here, but it doesn't sound like there's much available in Bicknell. We could drive back to Torrey, but we're too tired. So we're going to call it a night. We'll find us some Mexican food tomorrow somewhere. But tomorrow's day 3, and time's going by quickly, but we're getting used to this and having a lot of fun. Well, it's the third morning of our grand adventure. We spent the night in this beautiful town of Bicknell, Utah. It really is pretty around here. The surrounding areas are quite pretty with the mountains and things off in the distance. But today we got more adventure. I'm going to let Karen talk about what we're going to do today. So tell us what we're going to do today, Karen.
Well, I think we're going to head back to Hanksville and go to Bentonite Hills. And then after that, we are going to come back through Torrey down Highway 12. It's very, very pretty. And we'll be doing Hell's Backbone. And then we'll head back out and then see what time it is. And we're going to spend the night in Escalante.
What do you think of that? Sounds like fun. It's a little cool this morning. Showing 42 degrees here in Bicknell. But again, the sun is shining. Yeah, there's not a cloud in the sky. So anyway, you can kind of, I think you can get a little bit of a sense for this small town, but it's really quite pretty. On our way into the Bentonite Hills, these are banded hills that are made of bentonite clay, and they resembles the landscape of Mars. It's near Capitol Reef National Park, but it's out in the middle of nowhere. Well, this keeps the crowds down. The road itself actually goes right through the river. We would not have gone had it not been for those two vehicles that are up in front of us. Incidentally, those are the only two vehicles we saw for about another hour or so after this. But the water is probably about, I don't know, a foot and a half deep in a few spots, but it was pretty fun. We are on the road to the Bentonite Hills, 8 miles of pretty interesting road. The topography has changed significantly since we started out. We're out here, literally feels like we just landed on Mars. And that right there is the third vehicle we've seen for the last 45 minutes. But it's unique. It's really, I'd say, pretty in its own way. You definitely don't want to have car trouble back in here. Look what happened to this guy. And now we get to drive back through the river on the way out. This was a highlight for me. Well, we're gaining some elevation now. We're going up on the Boulder Mountain, up toward Grand Staircase, Escalante, and some beautiful sights up here. This is going to be fun. So we've been here before, but this is called Hell's Backbone, and I'm going to show you why. It's just a beautiful place. Took quite a while to get up here, a lot of dirt road, but that's the nice thing about this trip. We've done a lot of dirt roads and not a lot of people. So that's way down there. I don't know if this view does it justice, but that's a long, long, long way down. And this is the other side. Just a incredibly deep canyon down there. Well, it's the end of day 3. It's been a great day. We've covered a lot of ground, most of it on dirt roads, but it's been fun. We've seen some beautiful area today. We're both pretty spent, and so we're going to get a good night's rest and hit it hard again tomorrow morning. Well, it is the morning of our 4th day of this incredible adventure. We're having a blast, but it's going by quickly. We were introduced to one another 43 years ago today, so it's a bit of an anniversary for us. That was a fun time. Anyway, we're just pulling out of the Prospector Inn here in Escalante, Utah. The Prospector, we're going to give a shout out to them because it looks like it's under new management and they've done a really nice job. But we are on our way to do a pretty cool hike. So come along and we'll share that experience with you. Well, we're just starting a trailhead here. If you go back in here, it's been a while since I've been in here, but as I recall, it's pretty flat, but it goes back quite a ways. And right now it's very pleasant temperature, but I suspect by the time we come back out, it'll be a fair amount warmer. But this is going to be a fun trek in here. First view of the falls right there. Lower Calf Creek Falls. This is the culmination of our hike. It was about 3 miles. Well, we made the hike into and out of Lower Calf Creek Falls. It was 3 miles in and about 10 miles out. At least that's what it felt like. Have to ask Karen if it was worth it or not.
It's worth it, but ask me if I'm going to do it again. Not today.
Not today. We'll come back tomorrow and do it again. Anyway, I didn't want to jinx things when we got started, but Karen's been having trouble with her knee the last few weeks, actually. And so I was afraid that maybe she'd get back in there a little ways and twist it and really have a hard time and not be able to make it the whole way. But like a trooper, she made it, and it wasn't easy, but that's not an easy hike either. What would you rate that on a 1 to 10?
12.
Difficulty?
12.
12 out of a 1 to 10. Well, even though we had time to do a couple of other things and see some things that we were hoping to, coming in after that hike, we were both just exhausted. So we're getting in the car, we're working our way toward Panguitch, where we will spend the night. But as we do so, we're going through the beautiful area near Bryce Canyon National Park, the red cliffs and pine trees and everything. It's just absolutely beautiful. But what a great day, what a great hike. The formations along this road are spectacular. It's just such a beautiful drive. We came down to Bryce Canyon a little over 2 years ago on a family trip, but I can never get tired of this area. It's just beautiful. So check out how cool this place is. This is where we're staying for the night. It's the Quality Inn. It's about 7 miles outside of Panguitch, Utah. So we're kind of between Panguitch and Bryce Canyon National Park. This is awesome. This is pretty cool. I'm excited. You can see our car there with the appropriate dirt on the wheels. It's just been phenomenal. You can see the Bryce Canyon area off there in the distance. 43 years ago today, we were on an adventure. When we were introduced, we went snowmobiling. And here it is 43 years later, and we've been on this incredible adventure this week. So we're going to get a good night's rest, get up in the morning, and work our way home. Well, it's the final morning of this incredible adventure that we've been on this week. I've got a full day ahead of us as we travel, but all right, well, we're going to hop in the car, probably go get, I don't know if we need any gas or not. I don't think we need any gas right now, but this has really been a beautiful place that we've been staying at. It's just outside of the town of Panguitch. It's a beautiful morning. It's about 45 degrees. The weather for us has been fantastic this week. It hasn't been too hot, and we've seen just about every different type of weather you could encounter. So anyway, let's get in the car, strap in, and head on up. This is Panguitch Creek, and I got out of the car and looked at it, and it's got a good flow. It looks like it'd be some fun fishing. I'm hoping to come back in a couple of weeks. Well, this is Cedar Breaks National Monument, and I'm just excited about this because we get to use our America the Beautiful Senior Lifetime Pass to get into the fee area. How cool is that? Cedar Breaks National Monument in Iron County, Utah is a massive, colorful amphitheater carved into the Markagunt Plateau featuring hoodoos, arches, and cliffs, and it's over 2,000 feet deep. At over 10,000 feet in elevation, it's a lot of hiking, camping, and a lot of snow in the wintertime, but it's a beautiful area. Well, as the week comes to an end, it's fun to reflect back and think about the things that we've done over the last 4 days. It's really been a lot of fun. When we started out, we had no idea what we were in for, and it's just been a blast. We'll definitely be doing this again. But this is the first week of retirement for us. It's a new chapter in life, and we wanted to start off right by doing things that we feel like we should be able to do and enjoy our time throughout the coming years. Life is unpredictable, and you never know what's around the corner for you. So we've decided to make the most of our retirement years and look at each new day as a gift. Obviously, retirement won't just be taking trips every week, at least not for us. But the thing that we want to do is focus on what I call the 7Fs: family, faith, finances, fitness, friends, food, and fun. There needs to be balance in life, and that's what I feel will give us a purpose during our retirement years. We're just about to hit the interstate for the first time in 4 days. It's been dirt roads and 2-lane roads for 4.5 days, and it's been fantastic. So now we're about 200 miles south of home. We'll get on the freeway, and it's white knuckle and blood pressure time, and hope, just wish us the best.
It snowed.
Well, friends, we conclude this episode where we started 4.5 days ago, right here in our driveway. We just got back. When we set out, we had no idea where we were going to go. But we had our spinner, we had a sense of adventure, and we had an incredible navigator. We saw some really cool stuff. This has been an absolute blast. I'm sure this is something we'll be doing again. What do you think, Karen? Yes? No?
Yes,
Okay.
sure.
You sure? Okay. A few years ago, Karen and I were meeting with a financial advisor. And at that time, she said something to us that we both thought was quite profound. She said, during retirement, there are 3 phases of retirement. She said the go-go years, the slow-go years, and the no-go years. We are in the go-go years, and that's not because we're wealthy people. We are not. But we're fortunate that we've got good health, because health can change real quickly. We all know that. We're going to do that. We're going to make the most of the time that we have and do as many fun things as we can. But for now, if you have any suggestions, questions, or thoughts on this episode, our little road trip roulette game, if you have some things that you'd like to ask us or suggestions that you have, please leave a comment. You will get a response. This is Kyle and Karen for Retire to Life saying so long. Thanks for tagging along.